Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered whether an older woman is interested in you, but you just couldn't tell, then this video is exactly what you need. Unlike younger women, older women tend to express attraction in more subtle, refined ways. Their signals aren't always obvious, leaving many men second-guessing. Is she flirting or just being polite? That's why today we're breaking it all down. We'll review the specific non-verbal cues, verbal hints, and behavioral patterns that reveal when an older woman is romantically interested. By the end of this video, you'll clearly understand what to look for and how to respond. And stick around until the end, because I'll share one crucial bonus tip that ties everything together, helping you decode her signals confidently. All right, let's dive in. 1. Nonverbal cues. Attraction isn't always spoken. It's a quiet dance of subtle cues, a silent conversation where words are unnecessary. When a woman is interested, mainly an older and more experienced one, she won't always express it directly. Instead, she communicates in a language of body movements, gestures, and subconscious actions that reveal her curiosity and growing desire. The question is, are you paying attention? One of the most apparent ways she signals attraction is through physical touch. It's never random. If she reaches out to fix your collar, straightens your tie, or brushes lint off your shirt, she's creating a reason to touch you in a socially acceptable way. When she lightly places her hand on your shoulder during a conversation, or rests her fingers on your arm while laughing, these are subtle tests to gauge your reaction. Does she feel comfortable in your presence? Are you receptive to her energy? Even the so-called accidental touches, the slight brush against your leg under the table, the way her knee barely grazes yours and stays for a moment longer than necessary, are deliberate signals, testing the waters of intimacy. Beyond touch, there's the phenomenon of mirroring, one of the strongest subconscious indicators of attraction. When a woman starts reflecting on your movements, she's doing more than just following your lead. She's syncing her energy with yours. If you lean in while speaking, she mirrors the motion. If you cross your legs, she subtly adjusts hers. If your speech pattern has a particular rhythm, she unconsciously matches it. This synchronization is deeply rooted in human psychology, a natural response when someone feels connected and engaged. Attraction isn't forced. It's revealed in these instinctive, unconscious behaviors. Her overall body language will also give away her interest. She's fully engaged when a woman faces you directly without angling away or creating distance. If her eyes hold yours, wildly if they flicker to your lips, she's considering something more than just conversation. Pay attention to how she removes physical barriers. If she moves her purse aside, sets down her drink, or shifts so that nothing stands between you, it's not just a casual action, it's an invitation. She's subconsciously signaling that she's comfortable, receptive, and waiting for you to recognize what she's already telling you. The key is not to overanalyze or second-guess these signals, but to be present enough to read them now. Confidence isn't about making a move at random. It's about understanding when it has already been made for you. Women, especially those with more experience, can test a man's awareness without saying a word. If you can read the language of attraction, you'll realize that the answer was in front of you all along. 2. Verbal interaction. A woman's words tell you what she thinks, but her tone and engagement reveal her feelings. When interested, she unconsciously adjusts her voice, speaking in a softer, lower tone, drawing out certain words, or slowing her speech, as if savoring the conversation. This shift signals intimacy, a desire to create a more relaxed and emotionally connected atmosphere. It's not something she plans, it happens naturally when she's drawn to someone. Beyond tone, her choice of topics provides even more profound insight. If she moves past surface-level small talk and steers the discussion toward personal experiences, past relationships, or life goals, she's testing the waters. She's seeing how you react, whether you're emotionally intelligent, and if your values align. If she shares her aspirations or asks about yours, she's showing investment, subtly revealing that she's considering you as more than just casual company. Her engagement level is another telltale sign. A genuinely interested woman doesn't just answer questions, she asks follow-ups, keeps the conversation flowing, and actively draws more out of you. She wants to understand your thoughts, your experiences, your perspective. Even her laughter carries meaning. When she finds your bad jokes amusing, it's not about humor but connection. She enjoys your presence and wants to keep the moment alive. Attraction isn't just about grand gestures or obvious signals. It's in the details, the slight shifts in how she interacts. If you pay attention to how she speaks, the depth of her conversation, and the effort she puts into engaging with you, you'll see the truth behind her words. A woman's interest is often felt more than it is spoken. 3. Behavioral changes. When an older woman is drawn to you, her behavior shifts subtly and intentionally. She may not express her interest outright, but her actions will reveal more than her words ever could. Her energy, appearance, and gestures all change to draw you in, creating an atmosphere charged with unspoken attraction. You'll notice a playful, light-hearted quality in her demeanor. She becomes more expressive, her laughter more frequent, her teasing more pronounced. It's not about immaturity, it's her way of matching your energy, making the interaction feel natural and exciting. She may exaggerate her reactions, lean in when you speak, or hold eye contact a moment longer than necessary. These micro-adjustments aren't random, they're calculated moves to keep your attention. Her appearance subtly evolves in your presence. You might see her dressing with more elegance or incorporating a touch of seduction in her style. Not overt, but enough to make you take notice. A hint of perfume, a fresh shade of lipstick, or how she fixes her hair when you're around. All signs of self-awareness fueled by attraction. She's making an effort, and that effort is explicitly directed at you. Beyond demeanor and appearance, her actions speak the loudest. She remembers the little things, your coffee preference, casual remark last week, or how you like your ties knotted. She might bring you small, thoughtful gifts, not extravagant, but just enough to show she's paying attention. When a woman invests in the details of your life, she's not just being polite, she's making a conscious effort to position herself closer to you. These behavioral shifts aren't random. They are deliberate signals of interest, carefully woven into everyday interactions. The key is recognizing them for what they are, invitations, not guarantees. How you respond will determine whether the attraction deepens or fades into a missed opportunity. 4. Social indicators. When a woman starts integrating you into her personal life, it signals that you're becoming more than just a casual presence. Women don't make these moves randomly. They do so with intention, often to gauge your potential as a partner and subtly test how you fit into their world. One of the most telling signs is when she introduces you to her friends. Women value the opinions of their inner circle, and if she brings you into that space, she's likely seeking validation or approval. This isn't just about being polite, it's about seeing how you interact with the people she trusts. If her friends seem warm and engaged, chances are she's already spoken about you. Another key indicator is when she brings up her relationship status in conversation. If she casually mentions that she's single, she's not just making small talk. She's allowing you to respond, to express interest, or to signal your availability. Similarly, if she starts asking about your dating life, she's gathering information, assessing whether you're someone she could see herself with. The most significant sign is when she prioritizes spending time with you. She values your presence over other commitments. If she cancels or reschedules plans to accommodate you. Women don't rearrange their schedules for just anyone. They do it for people who matter. If she consistently seeks one-on-one time, it's not just about enjoying your company. It's about fostering a deeper connection and testing the waters of exclusivity. A woman's actions speak louder than words. If she's weaving you into her world, subtly revealing her availability and making time for you, she's signaling something important. The question is whether you recognize the signs and respond accordingly. 5. Personal interest. A woman's curiosity about you is rarely random. When she starts asking specific questions about your preferences, values, and lifestyle, she isn't just making small talk. She's subtly evaluating compatibility. If she playfully asks about your type, it's not simply out of curiosity. She's measuring herself against that standard, wondering if she fits the image of the kind of woman you'd want. And when she brings up deeper topics, your views on relationships, future aspirations, or even your stance on family and career, it's her way of testing if your long-term goals align with hers. This isn't an interrogation, and it's not just a conversation for conversation's sake. It's an assessment of potential, indicating that she considers you more than just a passing attraction. Beyond these direct inquiries, pay attention to how she reacts when you talk about your passions and hobbies. Does she just nod along absent-mindedly, or does she lean in, ask follow-up questions, and seem genuinely engaged? When a woman is intrigued by a man, she doesn't just listen, she absorbs. She remembers details, brings up things you said in past conversations, and encourages you to talk more about what excites you. She might even express an interest in learning about your hobbies, whether a sport, a creative pursuit, or something niche most people wouldn't care about. This isn't politeness, it's an investment. She wants to see the fire in your eyes when you talk about something meaningful, because that emotional engagement gives her insight into your passion, drive, and authenticity. Women are drawn to men with a purpose, and by showing interest in what drives you, she's signaling that she's drawn to you. But the most telling sign is when she opens up about herself in return. She demonstrates trust if she starts sharing personal stories, talking about her childhood, fears, or even past relationships. Women don't open up emotionally to just anyone. They do it when they feel safe, when they see a man as someone worth investing in. If she discusses her dreams, struggles, or what truly matters to her, she's not just making conversation. She's trying to form an emotional connection. And if she mentions past relationships, she's likely testing to see how you'll react. Will you get jealous? Will you seem insecure? Or will you listen calmly, showing confidence and understanding? Women communicate interest in layered, sometimes subtle ways. While some signals are overt, many are hidden in the details. The questions she asks, how she listens, and the stories she chooses to share. When she starts investing emotionally, she's considering something deeper. The real question is, are you paying attention? And more importantly, are you the kind of man who values his time and energy enough to decide if she's also a good fit for you? 6. Subtle flirting. Flirting is often misunderstood as something bold and obvious, a playful touch, a direct compliment, or an unmistakable glance. But the most potent kind of flirting is subtle. It's woven into conversation, hidden in body language, and designed to be noticed only by the man who is genuinely paying attention. Women rarely express interest outright. Instead, they create opportunities, leaving trails of clues to see if you pick up on them. If you do, and you respond with the same awareness, the dynamic shifts. What was once casual becomes charged with an unspoken energy. One of the most potent forms of subtle flirting is the inside joke. When she recalls something funny you said days ago, or references a small detail from a past conversation, she's doing more than just being friendly. She's establishing a private world between you, a connection that separates you from everyone else. Shared moments, specific words, or even a unique way of teasing each other create an exclusive bond. These inside jokes aren't just humor, they are emotional anchors, reminders that you exist in her mind even when you're not around. A woman will not invest the effort in remembering such details unless she finds you intriguing. Then there's the way she interacts with you in a group. Women are naturally social and skilled at balancing attention. If she consistently directs her focus toward you, whether by laughing at your jokes more than others, subtly turning her body toward you, or frequently making eye contact, she's signaling something deeper. In a setting where she could engage with anyone, she's choosing you. This is one of the most precise indicators of attraction. She subtly pulls you into her orbit. If she teases you more than others, playfully challenges you, or checks for your reactions during conversation. Late-night texting is another unmistakable sign of interest. A woman's time is valuable, and the moments before sleep are often reserved for people who matter most. If she messages you late at night, especially with personal thoughts, reflections, or just a desire to continue a conversation that could have ended hours ago, she's inviting a deeper level of emotional connection. At this hour, the distractions of the day fade, and people become more honest about what's truly on their minds. If she chooses to talk to you in these moments, you're more than just a passing thought. You're someone she's emotionally drawn to. Another key sign of subtle flirting is when she steers the conversation toward future-oriented topics. Women don't discuss relationships, commitment, or marriage with just anyone. If she playfully imagines scenarios involving the two of you, joking about what kind of parents you'd be, bringing up places she'd love to visit with you, or asking about your long-term goals, she's testing compatibility. She's gauging where you stand and whether you see her as part of your future. These are not accidental conversations. They are deliberate, meant to reveal your vision's alignment. The most fascinating aspect of subtle flirting is that it requires a man to be present, aware, and confident in his ability to read between the lines. Women rarely make the first move overtly. Instead, they drop hints, waiting to see if you notice and respond kindly. If you remain oblivious, the moment passes and the attraction fades. But if you acknowledge these signs, engaging in the inside jokes, reciprocating the attention in group settings, responding playfully to her late-night texts, or showing confidence in discussing the future, you strengthen the connection. Flirting is not just about attraction, but building intrigue, deepening curiosity, and making someone feel seen and understood. The men who succeed in dating are not the ones who chase relentlessly, but the ones who recognize when a woman is inviting them to take a step closer. Subtle flirting is her saying, "I'm interested. Do you see it?" The question is, are you paying attention? 7. Bonus tip: observation and reciprocity. Attraction isn't always about grand gestures or overt declarations of interest. Often the most telling signs are subtle, woven into the fabric of everyday interactions. When a woman emotionally invests in you, she reveals it through small, almost imperceptible cues, seeking your approval, mirroring your behavior, and engaging in reciprocity. These signals, though understated, are potent indicators of her growing attraction and connection to you. When a woman values your opinion, it's a clear sign she sees you as someone worth impressing. If she frequently asks for your thoughts on life, career, or relationships, she's not just making conversation, she's subconsciously elevating your perspective. An indifferent woman won't seek your validation, nor will she care about your approval. But if she's invested in how you perceive her, adjusting her words or actions based on your feedback, it's a strong sign she views you as a man of influence. The key here is not to abuse this position by becoming overly critical or playing power games, but to recognize that her emotional investment is growing. Beyond words, her body language often speaks louder. One of the most revealing subconscious behaviors is mirroring, when she unconsciously adopts your gestures, tone of voice, or pace of movement. This is not a calculated effort on her part. Instead, it's a psychological response to feeling connected. If you lean in slightly and she does the same, if you touch your face and she mirrors the movement moments later, or if she begins using your expressions or speech patterns, she's demonstrating a deep subconscious alignment with you. This phenomenon is rooted in human psychology. When we feel close to someone, we naturally synchronize with them, creating a sense of familiarity and rapport. Reciprocity is what transforms fleeting attraction into something meaningful. Interest without reciprocation is one-sided and doomed to fizzle out. A woman who is genuinely drawn to you won't just receive your attention, she will find ways to return it. She may match your energy, put effort into keeping the conversation engaging, or initiate plans to spend more time together. The mistake many men make is either ignoring these cues or overanalyzing them to the point of self-sabotage. The key is to remain present, acknowledge her interest without overreacting, and let the connection flow naturally. Understanding these subtle yet powerful signs allows you to navigate attraction with confidence. Instead of chasing validation, you learn to recognize when a woman already offers it. Instead of seeking signs of interest, you become aware of them as they unfold naturally. The dynamic between a man and a woman is not about forcing attraction. It's about recognizing when it's already there and responding in a way that lets it grow. Recognizing the subtle yet intentional signals from an older woman can completely change how you navigate attraction and relationships. Unlike younger women who may be more direct, older women often express interest through refined, nuanced gestures, body language, verbal cues, thoughtful actions, and social dynamics. You gain clarity and confidence in your interactions when you learn to read these signs. The key takeaway? Pay attention, observe, and trust the patterns. Attraction isn't always loud, it's often found in the most minor details. And most importantly, when interest is mutual, reciprocation turns subtle signals into meaningful connections. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever experienced these signs from an older woman? Which one stood out to you the most? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights into attraction, dating, and relationship dynamics. See you in the next one.